Coach Houston said this is a week that defensive coaches don't get much sleep. So how much sleep are you averaging these days?
Well, I think that's every week when you're a defensive coach in the American Conference. But yeah, Navy is a very good offense, and they're going to do a lot of multiple things. You know, they're really well coached up there. Coach Ingram, Coach Ivan Jasper, Coach Nehemiah. Been around for a long time, doing this for a long time, and they've seen every look you can throw at them. So, and it's just a different offense, so much from what you've seen all season long. You know, our kids had some recall from last year. We've done worked it in fall camp, worked it throughout the season, kept up with it there. But it's just, you know, you got to get all into it. You got to dive head first into it and be ready to go. So it takes a few days to kind of get really comfortable with it, and then once they do, they picked up on it pretty well. And just, you know, got to keep working, keep preparing, because you can't get enough reps before Saturday at all the different looks you're going to see.
I think one of the consensus is that you're probably one of the better guys against this kind of offense. What are some of the keys that you have to think about when you're playing that kind of team?
Well, I can't remember the last time I made a tackle against this offense, but you know, the keys is this: you got to be great with your eyes, all right, and you got to be locked in. And you know, it doesn't matter like coaches what we know, and I guess that's my point. Like, you don't matter what coaches know. It's what you can get those kids to feel comfortable with and the confidence they have about fitting runs up and making plays and all those type of things. So it doesn't, you know, if they feel comfortable, then you got a chance. If they don't feel comfortable, then you're behind it, you know. But, you know, seen a lot over the years, the good, the bad, the ugly of it, probably on the other side of the ball, and had a lot of practice against it. But you got to get your kids comfortable and ready to play and ready for game day there. So.
Does the experience from last year help, though, just with so many guys back, now that they've actually seen it? I mean, because I'm sure you guys try to replicate it, but the game speed is a whole different deal.
Yeah, I think, you know, the fact that you've played against it before, you know, it's been a whole year, a little over a year, a little over 12 months, but the fact they've seen it, they've seen the game speed, you know, our scouts continuously work on it throughout the season, so that helps, and their familiarity with it, and they're not, you know, picking up from ground zero on first of the week here, so that certainly helps. So, and you can pull out that game tape from last year and say, hey, here's certain things we did or we want to try to do again and replicate and go from there. So you certainly do have something to build upon, maybe different from a year ago.
With their offense, they're maybe not as explosive as they've been in the past, but they've still gone, you know, long drives, like 18, 20-play drives.
Yeah.
Like, is that a concern? Even if you execute, they can get 3-4 yards of.
Yeah, I think the first drive at Memphis, they went 21 plays and stuck in the end zone. I think there's a 18-play drive, I think Central Florida or somebody. So they've went all the way down the field consistently against very good defenses in our league, and just do a very good job executing. So it doesn't matter. You know, they get 2nd and 7, 3rd and 4, 4th and 1. They just keep on marching right down the field, and they're disciplined enough to do that. You know, most offenses, you know, they want the big play. These guys are consistent with just staying on schedule. So some way you got to make a play and find a way to get them off schedule. With this 2nd and 9, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7, you know, those are situations where offenses such as Navy don't necessarily like. You know, they'd rather be in 3rd and 4, 4th and 1 in those situations. But if you can get them behind the sticks a little bit, and that's kind of a key for us, is just win the first down and make them play behind the sticks and be uncomfortable. And if you don't do that, you're going to be on the field for a long time, and they're going to make you pay. And, you know, that's what they do.
Maintaining discipline in the back end of the defense against a team like Navy, you know, that's where you kind of get caught. But, I mean, they don't throw the ball a whole lot, so.
No, they don't throw, you know, but when they do, they give up big chunks of yards. Especially, you know, if you're asking those guys in the back end to support, whether it's corner support, safety support, whoever it may be, and then all of a sudden they think they see something, they come flying up to play the run, and there goes a 8-back bomb or a receiver bomb, then you're in trouble, because that could lead to a big play. So that's kind of what they do. They're going to make you support, come fit the run, fit this play, fit that play, and all of a sudden there goes a play action pass by you. And it's not going to be in a situation where, you know, it's going to be 3rd down when you know the pass is coming. It's going to be a 1st, 2nd down, you know, a normal down situation, and you don't know it's coming, and all of a sudden they've got a unique way of getting to it with some of their motions and disguises there, or maybe hiding a guy on the line of scrimmage or off the line of scrimmage and doing certain things like that they've done throughout the year. So we got to have great eye discipline, not only up front, not only with our linebackers, but the secondary, corners, and safeties as well.
When you this might be a better question for a more traditional offense, but you look at the evolution of your defense. I mean, you blitzed a lot last year, you blitzed a lot of times this year, but you played a ton of coverage at Memphis. Are you to the point now where you're pretty comfortable saying, hey, our defense can really do a lot of different things depending on what we need to do?
Yeah, I'm very comfortable with our players. I mean, they can do a lot of different things. You ask them to play coverage, they can play coverage. You ask them to bring pressure, they can bring pressure. So they've created, helping us be a multiple looks, multiple defense. And the guy I give credit more than anybody to that is Jeremy Lewis. The fact that he's playing that rush outside backer for us, that he can drop into coverage, he can play off the edge. And I think you got to match up what is Memphis' strengths. Last week it was, the receivers, number 4, leading the conference in receptions and yards and all those type of things. So you got to do things to take him away. The first half he didn't play, but he's out there in the second half. So we were finding different ways to bracket those guys and play coverage. And, you're going to give up something, and it may be a quarterback scramble. But at the end of the day, we knew that, hey, to beat Memphis, we had to double those guys. Don't give up the home run, the big play. They may get a scramble, unfortunately more than we like there at the end of the game. But his scrambling ability, we knew that you keep it in front of you, keep it down. It wasn't going to be an explosive play. And that's what it's about against Memphis, is limiting explosive plays, and each and every week for that fact.
What was going through your head when they came out and said, all right, we're going for 2, it's all or nothing?
It's one of those things, and our kids were very, very confident in what they were doing. And, we practiced that a ton. As a defensive coach, you want to control everything. I guess as a coach in general, you want to control everything. But it came down to one play. He said, all right, here it is, win or lose it right here. And the kids, did an awesome job of just playing the defense, setting the edge, Bruce triggering, Warren clamping it, the corner clamping it. And so they did a nice job passing those things off out there, the Sam, and then knocking the ball down at the end of the play. And you're really seeing 11 guys out there on that snap that just playing with all-out effort, playing with, everything that our program represents right now and wants to be about. We played on that snap. And then just the energy and the excitement on the sideline, those guys coming off, it was a lot of fun, just as to see as coaches, fans, Pirate Nation, and just a really good experience for those players.
In regards to the triple option, I mean, before you got here, it's well documented ECU really struggled with it. Is there kind of a balance between, hey, we really have to be prepared for it, but we don't want to psych ourselves out mentally when we're going against it?
I think that's for any offense you face. If you don't have confidence going into a ball game that, hey, we're prepared, we're ready to roll, we're ready to rock, you're in trouble. And I think that's always your preparation helps build that confidence. And our guys are doing a great job of, putting themselves in situations, game situations, film, study, walkthroughs, practice, that, hey, this game-like, and just a lot of recall there to build that confidence and be ready for Saturday. So, you're right. You don't want to hey, look at it like all the best, hey, the positive plays. How can we make this play? How am I going to make that play? What should I be doing on this snap? Those type of things. So, and our guys know that. They can go watch the film by themselves and know exactly where to fit, where they should be, and the play they're going to make. So they're excited about that.